بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين. الفيديو ده بيتكلم على Physics Syllabus First Secondary Unit 2 Chapter 1. بيتكلم على Motion in Straight Line. Motion is the change in the position of the object with respect to fixed point as the time changes. يبقى الموشن change in ايه؟ in position بتاع مين؟ بتاع الأوبجكت with respect to fixed point اللي هي starting point as the time passes. يبقى an object moves when its position changes during an interval of time. Types of motion: transitional motion, motion which have starting point and end point. الموشن لو عندها starting point و end point يبقى اسمها transitional motion. Like a like motion in a straight line or motion of projectile. Second type of motion is periodic motion. Periodic motion, it is the motion which repeat itself in equal interval of time. Periodic motion, motion repeat itself in equal interval of time. Like motion in a circle or vibrational motion. Velocity, it is the change in displacement per unit time. Change in displacement of the object per unit time. Per unit time يعني rate. يبقى it is the rate of a change in displacement. يبقى velocity change in displacement per unit time. Unit time ده يعني rate. يبقى it is the rate of a change in displacement. الفيلوسيتي اهي change in displacement divided by time of change يبقى rate of a change in displacement. يبقى الفيلوسيتي العلامة دي معناها دلتا. دلتا دي يعني change in displacement يعني d2 minus d1. دلتا t يعني per unit time يبقى t2 minus t1. الunit of velocity meter for displacement and second for time. يبقى meter per second is the unit of velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity يعني needs magnitude and direction. Velocity is a vector quantity needs magnitude and direction. In all equations we must use SI units, standard units. During solving equations we must use standard units. So if velocity is given in kilometer per hour we must convert it to meter per second. لو عندي كيلومتر بير اور كده الكيلومتر 1000 متر الأور 60 times 60 second يبقى 10 divided by 30 second 10 divided by 36 meter per second. يبقى لو عندنا velocity in kilometer per second to convert it to meter per second we multiply it by 10 divided by 36. Again لو عندي velocity in kilometer per hour, we must convert it to meter per second by multiplying it by 10 divided by 36. Speed. It is a change in distance. يبقى السبيد change in distance والvelocity كانت change in displacement. It is the change in distance per unit time. Or it is the rate of a change in distance. يبقى السبيد بتساوي change in distance على time of change. Here there is a comparison between speed and velocity. The speed distance moved by the object per unit time. The velocity displacement of object per unit time. The speed scalar defined by its magnitude only. The velocity vector defined by its magnitude and direction. The speed always positive. The velocity positive in one direction and negative in the opposite direction. Types of velocity. Uniform velocity. It is the velocity at which the moving object covers equal displacements in equal intervals of time in a straight line. يبقى الuniform velocity الobject covers equal displacements in equal interval of time in a straight line. It is the velocity at which the rate of a change in displacement is constant. Both direction and magnitude are constant. Non-uniform velocity. العكس بقى. It is the velocity at which the moving object covers different displacements in equal interval of time. يبقى اليونيفورم الobject covers equal displacements in equal interval of time، لكن non-uniform الobject covers different displacements in equal interval of time. Or it is the velocity at which the rate of a change in displacement is variable. Both direction and magnitude changes.